Hi everyone, I'm Chef Tucker, and today we're making a slow cook favorite, Braciole. It's going to be an easy dish to do, just takes a little bit of work and takes a little bit of time, but anything slow cooked that just melts in your mouth always does. So let's go ahead and get started on our making and constructing of our Braciole. You only need a few simple ingredients. All right, to get us started, we're going to make our filling. Now there's been a bunch of ways I've seen it done over the course of my career, and this is the one I like most. It was taught to me by a friend of mine. And for this, we have some Italian sausage, breadcrumbs, Parmesan cheese, parsley, and toasted pine nuts. And the next thing you're going to do is just start mixing everything together really well until it becomes a solid, even mixture. All right. What you have comes out kind of like this. Nice, incorporated all the way through. Then we're going to take either some top round or bottom round, whichever one you got, get it sliced very thin. Then we're just going to lay out our sausage mixture in the middle. All right, the next thing we're going to do is just take it. If it's got a larger side, have that be the end, and take your smaller side and just kind of roll it in on itself. Now you can do this with a toothpick to close it up, but I have very little luck doing that, so I always go with string, and for me, that works much better. So all you're going to do is just take it, put it underneath, and tie a butcher's knot on it. And if you need to know how to do a butcher's knot, I made a short about that, so if you want to, go check that out. It'll help you finish up this dish. All right, so our Braciole is finished. Now we move on to the next step, which is searing the outsides. We're not worrying about cooking them all the way up through at this point, just because we're going to be making a sauce, and then they're going to be simmering in that sauce for quite a while. So first things first, we got our pan. Let's get some oil in the bottom of it. And make sure that oil gets nice and hot. All right, so before they go in our hot pan, we're just going to give them just a light seasoning of salt and pepper. Mine has sausage on the inside, so it's going to carry a lot of seasoning in it, but I'm just giving it that little extra boost. While that's browning, we're going to get ready for the next step, which is to get the foundation of our sauce ready. For that, we're going to need some diced onions. And then next, we're going to go ahead and mince up some garlic. Once our Braciole are seared on all sides, just go ahead and sit them on a plate to the side. It can be the same plate that you started this all on, like I did. It's because they're going to go back in the sauce in just a minute. All right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit more oil to the pan, and then our onions. All right, make sure you're scraping the bottom to get up any of those little bits of fond that came off during the cooking of the beef. Once your onions have started to sweat, we're going to go ahead and add our garlic. So next thing we're going to add is some petite diced tomatoes and some tomato sauce. Make sure you add just a little bit of water to get the rest of that tomato sauce out of the can. But it also helps thin your sauce a little bit so it can cook down and simmer. Next thing we're going to add is some Italian seasoning and a little bit of sugar. So we're just going to bring this up to a simmer, and then we're going to add our Braciole into the pan and let it simmer for a little while in the sauce. Now, once your sauce is on a simmer, go ahead and sit your Braciole right in. Now, I've seen a lot of people make Braciole about a dozen different ways in my time. Some people add prosciutto. Some people just go with the classic parsley, breadcrumbs, and Parmesan. Some people add garlic. This is one of those things, however you want. And when I learned from this friend of mine, she basically told me that this is kind of like the Sunday version, the special version, the holiday version, the one that you do for company and guests. But I like it probably the most out of anyone I've had, so I kept it with me, and now I'm showing you guys. All right, so all we're going to do now is just let it simmer for about 30 minutes to an hour, give or take, and we'll check it. If you want to let it go for longer, just knock it down to a medium-low heat, and then let it go for 2-3 hours to where that Braciole is just kind of disintegrating in the pot. But all you need to do is just keep it simmering on a medium heat. All right, so our Braciole is done. Again, not very difficult, just takes a while. But I'm anxious to give it a taste. Colors came out nice. Got some clear distinction in the spiral. The sauce is beautiful. It's full of that wonderful tomato sauce. It's infused with the beef and the pork. The meat just kind of falls apart in your mouth. It's got a nice layer of flavors, nothing too complicated, but a nice way to just feel comfort and home in a dish. Well, guys, again, simple. Try it at home. I hope you guys try it. I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you like what you saw here and you want to see more, found it interesting, educational, you just learned a little something, make sure you guys hit the like, share, comment, repost, all that great stuff. It helps me grow, and I really do appreciate it. And as always, thanks for cooking with me.